Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything you could add, send it to Southern Prepper 1, southernprepper1 at yahoo.com. That's the only email I use, Southern Prepper 1, the number 1 at yahoo.com. Don't fall for the scammers that use any other email, Southern Prepper 1 at yahoo.com. Let's get right into it. I work in the coal and oil industry on the retail level. I've been in the industry for 30 years. In April, I spoke with a guy in the coal industry. He told me that Europe will be opening up their coal power plants this winter. The administration has authorized the industry to produce 18 million tons for Europe. They normally only produce about 1.5 tons. Europe is paying top dollar, and we are struggling to keep up with the price increases. And even though we are willing to pay the higher prices, we're having difficulty getting it. We have to check with the breakers each morning to see if they have a load for us, as we have to travel 3.5 hours to pick up a tractor trailer load. We normally bring in about 850 tons of hard coal in the summer and have only been able to bring in about 250 so far. Normally we are fully stocked by the end of September. I think this is an American use company. It looks like we'll not be able to fill our customers' needs this year. I'm also a hard coal burner myself and saw this coming and bought last winter 2-year supply. We also sell fuel oil and kerosene. In May of 2020, fuel oil was only about $1.47.9. Now it is $5.59 and will be increasing to about $5.90 very soon. If you look at the market watch heating oil, you can see the increases that's been happening. So if you need coal and you're up north, get it now, please. This is a specialized bakery in Lexington, Kentucky. They've been in business for years. Their last day was October 29th. 12 to 14 employees used to be there, and then they had to reduce down to 3. Inflation and supply chain issue. Also, their rent was increased 162%. They had to reinvent themselves after COVID, but they couldn't continue doing that. It is very sad. This is a well-known establishment, and they're out of business. This person's in South Florida, and I took a part-time job at a local dollar store to make extra money. An elderly customer, a woman who spoke little English, was buying a few food items. When I gave her her total for her purchase, she had to dig in her purse for more coins and pennies to complete her purchase. The lady in line behind her saw her predicament and asked me how much she owed. I gave her the total, and she put her credit card in the payment terminal and paid for the elderly woman's total grocery order. The elderly woman was not aware of what was happening and kept searching in her purse. I told her it was okay, that she could take her groceries. I pointed to the customer who paid her bill. She was in disbelief and kept repeating many thank yous to the kind lady who paid. I often see customers helping out each other, but this case was especially touching because the elderly woman seemed homeless, wearing tattered clothes, as she dug in her old black purse for pennies covered in powdered laundry detergent. The joy in her face was priceless. Don't buy into this hate and division narrative used to demoralize our country. There is still a lot of kindness and compassion in Main Street. I see it every day. This person says, I get a box every Wednesday that has 5 frozen meals, sandwich, bread, cookies, or 5 frozen meals. I got a sandwich, I got bread, they got cookies, and they have 4 to 5 pats of butter. Today, I got a note in my box apologizing because the box contained no butter. I heard your Boots on the Ground report about the elderly lady who was caught stealing TV dinners from her local grocery store. The elderly do not need to resort to theft to eat. There's an organization called the Area Agency on Aging that is supposed to help out elderly, as well as like Meals on Wheels. Every state has an Area Agency on Aging. People can find their local Area Agency on Aging if you just search for it. Also search for Meals on Wheels if you need help. Please, if you legitimately need help, ask for it. Reach out. Find organizations. Find church groups. I only take 1 prescription, and it's time to renew it. I was getting worried since it's made in Ireland, and I think it may soon not be available. My insurance requires that I get 3 months at a time through mail company. Last year, insurance refused to pay at all and would only pay for generics. So it took a long time to get it, and it took 6 months of arguing paperwork to get my original one approved and not the generic one. This year, I'm getting it without argument. That is great news. The bad news, I had to pay $272 for a 3-month supply. A year ago, it was $72. Then it went to $140. So it just keeps going up. So it's a struggle, and we know it is. Today, our town garage and road agents discovered that DOT fuel pumps were now limiting how much fuel can be pumped per vehicle per day. Since this is New Hampshire, snow removal and winter storm treatment will be kind of interesting if the trucks can't get adequate diesel. Just another shortage to contend with. The trucks frequently spend up to 16 continuous hours plowing their routes. This is from Western Wisconsin, the dairy state. Eggnog, $7.64 for a half a gallon. Insanity. This is Costco of Rochester, New York. No white vinegar. The Kirkland 50-pound bags of rice was 20, went up to 22, and now they're at 26. They did say a lot of positive things. There were a lot of cheap meat, pork loins, chicken breasts that were very affordable per pound. So that's good news. This person, I think it's in Medina, New York. There are small quantities of hard winter wheat berries and rolled oats, both at $48 per 50 pounds. It's up from a year ago from $30. So you're looking at huge increase right there. Also, their raw honey went up from $22 to $27.49 with a limit of 1. So if you need honey, make sure you get it now. Goodwill store in San Antonio, Texas. I've been to the local Goodwill. I haven't been in months. It's not a really big store. When I went to there was 2 security guards with bulletproof vests walking and monitoring and watching people in the store. Nothing really valuable in the store. I felt very uncomfortable, so I quickly got what I needed and got out. This person says, maybe even the thrift stores aren't safe, and they did not feel safe at that one. 4 sticks of butter, Walmart brand, is now $4.48. Nashville, Tennessee. Baton Rouge is dredging the river daily to keep barges moving. They sent me a picture. Unbelievable. It's just drying up. Just huge amounts of dry land on the sides of the river where the river used to be. So pray for rain for that whole area. Mississippi needs it. This person ordered a large chipper shredder from Home Depot and arranged to pick it up at the location in Ohio. They went in there to get it, and they saw 14 associates. 11 of them were elderly women. 3 of them were men. So there was a problem trying to get some men to help her. I guess some of the other ladies volunteered, but it was such a heavy item, the lady wanted some men. She just pointed out that they are very elderly ladies, so probably people that already retired or needed some extra money to get by. Finally, she got it loaded, but it took some effort. One of the guys didn't want to load it. Eventually, he said he would. We homestead in a small rural town in Middle Tennessee. The hardest hit we have taken from all the issues and inflation is our electrical bill increased by 50%. So that's bad when you're not counting on that. My husband keeps track of our electric bill. This is someone else. For the past 7 years, he decided this summer to go with BGE because they offered a lower rate, but also said it could fluctuate. He checked our current bill and noticed they hiked the cost up 20 cents more per kilowatt. Our bill went up $60, and this is near Baltimore. This is a large town in Ohio. They have 3 places that sell kerosene, and this is a large place and town. I bought 9 gallons today, $6.10 a gallon. This person said, I was in my local Dollar General today. I was in a hurry, so I decided to use the self-checkout, which I normally try to avoid. Upon scanning my 2 items and paying for the transaction, I looked at my receipt, and a 3rd item appeared that I did not scan or purchase, a $4.12 overcharge. The store cashier says people will come in, scan their items, bag them, and just walk out without paying. The next person who comes along will use the self-checkout and get charged for the previous unpaid item. Please remind everyone to avoid using these self-checkouts, but if they do, to check your receipts carefully. This is Graham County, Arizona. We had lettuce $4 a head at the grocery store. Lettuce seems to be in one of those hot commodities right now. This person said, I bought a gallon of interior latex paint in August for $54. Today, I bought the same thing for the same grade of paint, $71. Huge increase. This person said, and pray for this person, 2022 has sucked so far. Spent 2 months in the hospital, 1 month in a rehabilitation center. Lost my job of 30 years due to being sick, trying to get on disability, but still this is months away. But God is good. I'm here and alive. I live in the Northeast. No kerosene around, according to a friend. Home heating oil is in short supply and well over $3 more than it was last year. Food is expensive but available. Some products are not as plentiful, but seems to be plenty of junk food and processed food. So, pray for this person. They're trying to get on disability. Pray that they'll make it and get as physically recovered as they can with this disability. This is important. This is from USAA Bank. Just sent us a letter about changes to the bank account. They actually sent me the letter, so I saw it for myself. There was a few changes that didn't seem like a big deal. No longer charging insufficient fund fees, no longer offering cashback checking account, etc. The big and concerning change is taking effect November 30th, 2022 regarding the USAA ATM debit card transaction limit. For a security reason, they may further limit amounts without notice. They reserve the right to refuse or reduce the amount of any request. So I guess this has to deal with taking money out with the ATM. So not a good thing. If they limit it so low you can't get your money you need. They are telling us they may refuse to give our money to us for whatever reason. They also use ESG. We found a local credit union does not use ESG and has transferred our money out immediately. Please share with your viewers. This is South Mississippi, and these people own 2 gas stations, and they have delis at their gas station. But holy moly, $7 for lettuce to serve their customers. I know yesterday on your video someone said it was from 1 to 3, but now these people are hit with $7. So it looks like lettuce must be short. This week, I am seeing what I saw at Walmart about a month ago. Store brand canned goods becoming less on the shelves and space being taken by name brands. Store brands are up by 20 cents to 99 cents each. Most of the name brand items is tomatoes, corn, and green beans. They said the poultry at our Walmart looked like someone looted the shelves. Also, the condition of the produce area does not look good either. This is from Good Morning from New England. This week we found a tick attached to my 7-year-old that had been there for at least a few days, unnoticed. My child's doctor prescribed a 21-day course of antibiotics to prevent Lyme disease. When I went to pick up the prescription Thursday night, they did not have enough in stock. They told me it had been ordered. It would be on Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon I arrived and the order had not come in. They asked me if I really needed the medication that day or if I could wait. I told them no, I need to get my child started ASAP. And if they don't have it, they'll have to find another place. I was finally able to they were able to give me a 4-day supply and told me they would have more today, and that would have been on Saturday. I just received a call from the pharmacy. They're having trouble getting their particular antibiotics from the supplier, but they will hopefully have more on Monday afternoon. Hopefully. Hopefully is not a word you want to hear when it comes to medication to your child. Let everyone know that both our doctor and our pharmacy reports a lot of tick bites are up in the last couple of weeks, so be proactive and do tick checks if you're outside and check your pets. My federal credit union is offering a loan to help with heating costs this winter, $3,000 max. It's going to be at 4% interest, 12 months to pay back. This is the first time I've ever seen this offer. I feel bad because if people have to take advantage of it and next year they have higher heat costs, they're just digging a hole. So pray that heating costs will come down. This is up in Maine. This is Walmart, which is basically the only store up here that carries items other than food. They've been out of baby pacifiers for over 2 weeks now. No sign of any coming in the near future. I don't have any idea what's causing the impact on this, but it did teach my daughter a lesson in preparation, since I've been telling her for years to always get ahead of what you need. This person lives in Washington State, 30 minutes from Seattle. I had my chimney cleaned on September 9th by a new chimney sweep I found on Angie's List. My old chimney sweep retired 3 years ago, so I thought I needed a cleaning. I was quoted $150 for a light cleaning. On the day of the appointment, They didn't show up, so I called the office. They said there was a family emergency, so I made another appointment the following week. When the new guy, Sam, showed up, he inspected and took pictures down the chimney and said I needed a deep clean for $479. I agreed. Sam only stayed about 30 minutes. He asked for a garbage bag and also left debris outside from the chimney. I asked about taking the stovepipe off to clean out, and he said that's not the way he cleans it. I lit my first fire a couple nights ago and smoke filled the house. After opening the windows and doors, I waited for the fire to go out and removed the charred wood and took it outside. I called the office and said they would tell Sam to call me back. They also said they wanted me to change my review to a 5-star review instead of a 3. I said first thing first, after Sam fixes this and cleans the stovepipe, I will see. Sam never called. My husband and I took apart the stovepipe and cleaned and vacuumed all the soot, and there was a lot of soot. So we put it all together and we lit and had our first fire. I want my money back, but I'm more happy to have a clean, working wood stove. If you don't know how to clean your wood stove, try to be able to do it. We clean ours here so we can clean it a lot more times per year, make it safer. But that $479 for a 30-minute visit, I felt those people probably got ripped off. This is local Dollar Tree, and this is in Illinois. It's pretty well stocked, but in the last month, no longer has any eggs or fresh dairy products. They used to have bottled milk, yogurt, and various cheese products. Now the case is almost empty and being filled with cheap, flavored bottled punch. Most of the freezer is no longer selling food for $1.25. It is now $3 to $5. This is from Eastern Connecticut. Good news, there's no visible shortage in any grocery store, which includes Walmart, Stop and Shop, ShopRite, and Aldi's. So that's good news. In Connecticut, you're not feeling it. Finally, saw a big price increase here. I live in Harrisburg for the past year and always paid about $6 for 30 brown eggs at the Mennonite store. Guess what? The eggs just jumped to $9.59. So from $6 to $9.59. I work for Walmart Health and Wellness Division. The FDA announced a nationwide shortage of Adderall. My local area is starting to see shortages of opioid pain medicine also. We live in Central Texas and had a storm move through that damaged our roof. I went to buy about 2 pounds of roofing nails and they wanted $20 per pound. I was amazed how basic nail prices jumped from $14 per pound 2 years ago. I highly recommend you, I buy mine by 25 pounds. Yes, it's a lot more money, but the cost per pound is so low. Much better deal if you have a place to store it. And as you know, I want to have an SHTF hardware store, so I store hardware. This is from Georgia. We've been able to pretty easily absorb some of the price hikes in the grocery store. So we've noticed some price increases, but nothing that serious stood out. Yesterday, we went and prices on nearly everything, it seems, were up significantly. This is really the first time we sort of got a kind of shocked and saw these high prices, and they were across the board on everything. This is from Northeast Georgia. My husband went yesterday to the local seed and feed, and they had received a shipment of plastic kerosene containers. He asked if they had any kerosene, and they said no. They suggested a location. Those locations suggested another location, and they suggested another location. In the end, we went to 5 different suppliers, and no one had any kerosene at all. That is crazy. Hello from Southwest Louisiana. We live near the railroad tracks in the area of Louisiana. While eating lunch, we were gazing out from our eating, and we saw railroad cars. They were going east to west, or going from the east coast to the west coast. Today, they were headed east along Interstate I-10. We saw nothing but military vehicles on these cars. They were Hummers, troop transports, and miscellaneous military vehicles, and they were all desert tan in color. I am getting a ton of people, seeing lots of rail traffic with military vehicles. A lot of people are also saying they're seeing a lot more helicopters, jets, cargo planes, and some people say they never see these over their areas. I really can't tell you what's going on other than the U.S. is in an upbeat tempo. They're moving things around, but to tell you where they're going specifically for each individual person, I can't. But I have definitely seen a huge increase of military movements from boots on the ground reporters. This guy went to the store to get some meat chickens. I grabbed some more rabbit pellets too, and surprisingly, Chicken feed and rabbit feed up $2.50 more per bag for both of those products. So there you go, some boots on the ground. If you have anything you can send or add, please do. southernprepper1@yahoo.com. Keep prepping and keep having a positive attitude. Thanks for watching.